Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I think my battery's dead.
With free battery testing and charging, we can help you get back on the road.
Get in zone.
So what if I need a new one?
No problem. We have the right battery for your car, starting at only $89.99.
Get in zone,
And what about my old battery?
We can recycle it right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
You really got me. Hooray, hooray.
I am too smart. I am too smart. SMRT. I mean SMART.
Wow.
You're there.
Yeah. How many buttons do I have to click now to get on? That's ridiculous. Now it's click here to acknowledge that this is being recorded. And then she still says the voice that it's recording before you could even start anything. And then click here to use your computer audio. Yes, I'm clicking. Yes. Jesus.
Yeah, no, it's got that annoying, this meeting is being recorded. And it's not like a soft tone. I mean, it's a woman's voice and all, but it's like, this meeting's being, it's so loud and obnoxious.
They have the Samuel L. Jackson one. This meeting's being recorded, motherfucker.
You know what? I actually have that. You want to do it? Let's do it. Hold on. I got this. This is going to be fun.
Okay.
Still time. Stretch.
Still time.
Stretch.
Stretch.
Hey, Samuel, tell me a joke.
What's worse than finding a worm in your apple? Finding snakes on your plane.
Okay, now that was funny. Hey, Samuel, tell me another joke.
Did you know zombies get smarter after every brain they eat? Luckily, a dumb motherfucker like you doesn't have to worry about that.
All right, so we have Samuel on call at any time you want him.
Wow. I mean, thank you. I like that. That's
funner, yo.
Yeah.
By the way, we should be better at this. A podcast that we've been doing for like 3+ years now, before people did podcasts.
Yeah.
And we originally started it back in 2002. So we're on top of it. Finally started it then and started recording 17 years later.
Yeah. You know what? We're not known for our brains, our follow through, or I don't know, hard work.
I don't even know what those words mean. What is hard work? And hard work. Hard work. Hey, are you watching Bad Batch yet?
Bad Batch. Tell me more about Bad Batch.
The Bad Batch is the new Star Wars cartoon that was released on Disney Plus that goes along with the Clone Wars.
So we saw it in there, and we have not sat down and watched it yet, but it was definitely one that we were interested in because of its relation to Clone Wars. It's basically like the experimental clones, right?
Correct, but it's them at the end of the Clone Wars, which would be episode 3 of the movies, when Anakin turns into Darth Vader and Order 66 goes through.
Okay.
And since I'm not going to spoil it because it's the first episode, but since they're altered clones, they didn't have that command in their head or whatever. So when that order happened, they didn't try to kill a Jedi. So that's kind of how it starts. But the reason I bring it up is because I was really excited about last week's episode last Friday, and it's all because of some stupid animal. Now, this isn't really going to spoil it a whole lot. It is kind of the plot of the show, but you can see how it all kind of plays out. So semi-spoilers here. But do you remember the Rancor?
Yes, I do. Of course. Yeah.
We see baby Rancor.
Oh, wow.
We literally, remember, did you watch The Mandalorian?
Yeah. Yep. Yes, we watched it together. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Did you watch the Boba Fett thing at the very end where he kills Jabba's old friend?
Yes.
Okay. He's in it, and he goes, Jabba wants his Rancor. So it tied in that whole thing.
I like that.
A super small thing that you probably wouldn't recognize if you weren't like a big idiot like me.
Now, is there any like special voices in this? I mean, is there anyone famous, or is this just kind of all no names?
Well, it's the same guy that does all the voice of the clones, so he's kind of got the cush deal, doesn't he?
Yeah, right.
Just one dude
What-
voices
what-
7,000 people.
It's like Yeardley Smith who does the voice of Lisa for The Simpsons. It's like by the way, that's her real speaking voice, and that's what she sounds like. And she's just like, so I talk these words into the microphone, and I make $400,000 an episode. Okay, and how long is the series going to run? 32 years. Okay.
Yeah, no, let me take it back. Yeah, there's one person that you'll recognize for sure, because she was in Mandalorian. Ming Na Wen.
Bless you.
Thank you. Gesundheit. She played. She was the bounty hunter that went with Boba Fett to Jabba's palace to kill that guy, and she's the one that sat on the end of the chair. The Asian lady, the Asian American.
Yeah.
Her.
Okay,
Her
cool. So she's a
characters-
voice in there.
Her character's in it, so of course she's the voice of it.
Nice. That's good. That's a good tie-in.
Yeah, so that one's pretty cool because she's in the book of Boba Fett. Her name is Fennec Shand, and she's that same character in the Bad Batch and everything. So it's pretty dope that they brought that
You're
in.
saying it's worth a watch, is what you're saying.
Yeah, and you watched the Clone Wars originally, right? Hello.
Wow, you cut. Your voice went really slow, like you were having a stroke. You went, I went like that.
I'm having a stroke.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then that could be
No,
that could be what exactly what is happening. One of these days, it's going to be like, no, it's just a computer malfunction. No,
Right.
he's actually having a stroke.
You're gonna hear just a bunch of like, and then like, slobbering. But what the fuck was I saying?
Well, I was going to ask you,
you watched
so it's
Clone
worth a
Wars.
watch. It's
Yeah.
it's not one of those where you kind of got to be really into it.
No.
You could say this is a fun show that I could watch with the kids, and then we'd all like it.
Yeah. Did you watch any of the Clone Wars or all the Clone Wars?
Oh yeah, we watched all the Clone Wars.
Yeah, then
that was a great show.
this ties right in with all of that. It's the last season of the Clone Wars, which they just released, kind of goes the last couple episodes kind of go in tandem with the first episode of this one. So it doesn't leave off much. So I'm assuming Ahsoka's probably going to show up in this here sometime and see how things go. But it's really good. I like it. It's a good show. But I wanted to tell you about the Rancor thing because you're a nerd too.
Oh, I'll totally catch. I'll look for that too because that's super cool. The now there's only been like 5 or 6 episodes, right? Like it still is like brand new.
It's weekly, yeah. So I think there's been a total of 6 now. 6 tomorrow, I think. 6 tomorrow, yeah, 6 tomorrow. So
Okay.
It's awesome. I like it. It's really good. It's just it's Clone Wars, but a different storyline. Same animation, obviously same voices as all the clones.
Yeah, and the guy's name is D. Bradley Baker.
God, he got a great gig.
Right? I mean, that's like a dream gig where and the great thing about doing voiceover work is you could do it from just about anywhere, and you could do it. You could build your own home recording studio. They give you the lines. You could do all the stuff. You could do it in your sweatpants. You could do it naked. I mean, like literally, and you could do it when you're 25 years old, and you could do it when you're 62 years old. Like Mel Blanc, who did like all the Looney Tunes voices, he was working into his 80s. Doing the voices, because once you could do the voice, you could always do the voice.
Yeah.
So it's great work if you can get it, because you could just build this like super long career where it doesn't matter if you get fat, doesn't matter if you get old, doesn't matter if you
just got to go to a table with a microphone and record, and that's what Adam West did his whole life too. That guy, he was a voiceover artist for Family Guy and a whole bunch of other cartoons before he went away.
Yeah, absolutely. So it is a great gig. So what I'm saying is when are we going to do our own, voiceover stuff? Like
I don't know. We need to get an animation person, or at least write a story and have somebody do it for animation, and then we do the voices.
Okay, yeah, I'm in. So let's just start
or we
that
could
empire.
do really bad animation. We'll just grab like the Hulkbuster suit from Legos, and we'll be like, move the whole helmet head and be like, "Hi, I know what I'm doing."
Well, I think just the whole concept of South Park proves that you don't necessarily need good animation. I mean, especially if you look at that, first 2 seasons of South Park, where it was literally like cut out pieces of construction paper and felt.
That's what it looked like, right?
Yeah.
We could do that. We need to do that, because with the voices that I have in this house and in my head and in your house,
Chris, we all can't hear the voices in your head though.
Yes, you can. You're listening to it right now. But yeah, no, I definitely want to do it. It would be fun, so we'll check that out. We'll have to do that soon. So,
okay,
Texas,
well,
man?
Texas is all right. Man, I look out our window and I could see two of our neighbors' pools, and they're sparkling blue, like the crystal blue of an ocean. And I
Well, how
look at
pretty.
ours, and it's like a bluish green. And look, Jesus Christ, I still can't. I swear, I have dumped so many chemicals in that pool, and I still can't get it going. And I don't. I mean, it's just driving me insane. So,
What are you putting in the pool, Eric?
piss.
Well, no, I
peeing.
mean not personally. I'm talking about chemical wise.
Windex,
that's
for cleaning, right? And Clorox wipes. I drop a wipe into the filter basket. Are you telling me that's wrong?
That's actually a really great thing not to do.
No. I'm adding tons of chlorine. I'm adding tons of shock. I'm
liquid
adding
chlorine?
anti-algae stuff. I've tried liquid chlorine, powdered granule chlorine.
Granules,
the
what I
chlorine
use.
tablets. I have tons of shock.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. They say, if they say put in like 2, put in 4. Doesn't matter if it has too much, because eventually it will be dwindled down. You just don't swim in it.
But see, here's what was interesting. When I tested the chemical level of everything, like
This
the
is really
numbers were
podcasting, by
good.
the way.
The numbers were good. Like my chlorine level was good. The pH level was like everything.
Oh,
was,
did
like,
you do
in
the
line.
5 drops of number 1 and then the 1 drop of number 4 and the 2 drops of number 2 or whatever the hell it is?
Yeah, and then shook it up and like I drank it, and you're supposed to drink it, wait an hour.
I thought you were
and take
supposed
a
to
pee
shake
test.
it like a
Isn't that how you do
Polaroid
it?
picture. No, you're cutting out.
They're gonna test me at work and go, you tested for some really weird stuff, Eric.
Yeah, they are. Man, my internet's unstable right now. Hold on, let me close all my Chrome.
Well, it must be all the voices in your head. Maybe they're using.
They're probably in a party. They're in a clubhouse right now. They're just chilling out there talking to each other. Like, what are we going to fuck with him tonight? Like, what's going on, man? I think he's got to take his daughter to practice. Should we have him get in a car accident or something? That'd be kind of fun.
You didn't do that, did you?
No.
Okay, good. Hey, are your kids, is everyone out of school and done with school yet?
Thank God. Yes. They only were in school for like 3 weeks. But beside all that, yeah, they almost got smarter this year.
Yeah, and you could tell them, kids, it's summer, I'm not teaching you anything for 3 months.
Oh,
I hope you don't even accidentally learn something from me.
No, what you know how you're like, oh, my kid's been on the computer all day. No, I don't give a damn. Take it, go, be on it. I don't give a shit. If it's my iPad, I want it to play my Simpsons game, and I'll give it back. Other than that,
yeah,
stay away from me. Like, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not that big of a jerk, but yeah, no, it was a lot, man. So I'm glad that school's over. I'm glad they get to go back and be in person next year to hang out with other people their age, because really, we didn't have much to talk about.
Yeah, it'll make such a big difference, man. I mean, because our kids being in school this year, I couldn't imagine them not being in school. So that was huge. And yeah, so our kids ended last week. Another thing we did over
they graduate.
Weekend,
Hold on. You bury the lead. Are they going to go to the next grade?
Oh, of course. My kids are nothing like me. They're smart and they behave themselves.
Oh, they're like Monique. That's right.
Yes, they're exactly. Which is why I'm very lucky. The first time I had to go to like parent teacher conferences.
Yeah.
And I was like kind of nervous. And I told my mom, I said, I'm going to go to a parent teacher conference. And she goes, oh, okay, good. I said, good. I'm nervous. She goes, they're not you. They're better. And I said, oh, okay. And then we go to the parent teacher conference and they're like, your kids are a pleasure to have in class. And they're so smart and well-behaved. And I go to Monique, I say, this is great. This is wow.
Way different than my normal.
Wow. Like I've never been to a parent teacher conference that didn't end in saying he needs help.
Yeah. That's funny. Like, did you cringe a little bit, like walking into the office?
Oh yeah. I was super nervous. I was sweating. I was like,
that's how
man, what are they? And then they said, oh, they're a pleasure and they're smart and they're wonderful and they're so well behaved and everything. And I'm just like, wow. Oh, this is what it's like to have a good kid. Like, oh, okay.
Your mom,
my poor mother. My poor mother had to bring in like a priest in with her to like.
Well, the way you
her last rites.
The way you felt walking into that school is how I feel walking into churches.
Why, you just think you're going to spontaneously combust?
I do every time, actually. And it hasn't happened yet, but I'm waiting for that day. And that's actually a joke. I don't think I've ever told you that joke, but that's a joke that my friends and I have had from Washington for years.
That you just, so like, what if someone gets married? What if someone's getting married in a church? How do you feel?
I think that's when they just kind of let me in. They're like, it's not religious.
So you're basically, like, you're basically, like you're given a reprieve and both you and God have decided to put your differences aside for the wedding. And then immediately you have to leave the church.
Yeah. It's like one of those things where you hate this person's brother or sister, but you still go, but you just don't talk to them. And then when it's time and everything's done, you're like, all right, I'm out. You cut the cake, cool them out.
When people get married, and I don't know if they recognize this because you're so caught up in your own
Hold on,
thing
let
that's going
me
on.
clarify before you get any farther. Are you talking about marriage like a wedding like normal people have, or are you talking about a marriage in a courthouse like you had?
No, like normal people marry.
Okay.
When general, the everyday people are getting married, you're kind of caught up in your own thing because you're nervous, you're stressed throughout the day. But do you ever just look out into the audience and just think every single one of these people is bored as hell and they're just waiting for this to get over so we could go to the reception? And then even during the reception, people are checking their watches and going, how long do we have to stay to not be rude?
Not to mention, oh my God, are they ever going to show up after their damn wedding? Are they still taking pictures out there for 45 minutes?
Yes, that's a good one too. And then the other one is like that. Okay, this is why a marriage in like a Vegas type of marriage is the best of all worlds. You get to celebrate the marriage, you get to have fun, and then everyone gets to go have fun and party, and everyone's having a fun time. And it's always a smaller group. You're never like, okay, we're having a Vegas wedding and we're inviting 300 people. It's like we're bringing like 10 people. We're gonna go get married. We're gonna go get hammered, and we're gonna go dance, and we're gonna go whatever. That's the way to do it, because then you know that everyone there is having fun. When you go get married somewhere, it's like, oh, I had to invite my second cousin's brother's roommate because we don't want to offend anyone, and at $50 a head, and no one's enjoying it.
Well, I didn't get married that way, but I've planned a lot of those. But my wedding was in Maui, so everybody kind of treated it like a vacation. But I knew that because being part of weddings, like I was the best man in 2, maybe 3. And the groom's been a couple other ones.
I don't even think I've been the best man in my own house.
You haven't. But I knew that there would be time after the ceremony before we got back over there. We allow them to eat though. We're not like holding them back, like they can't go eat. Plus there was just ice chest full of beer, so they just grab whatever they wanted. But on the water, we had custom water bottles, Laudenslager water.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, it was actually when you were drinking. It's quite good. Yeah. But also as my penis. But yeah, so I put on there on the side in the ingredients, I put like a two type font, super small, and I wrote this long ass paragraph that was just a run-on sentence. I think there was maybe 1 or 2 commas. That's pretty much it. So whoever found that started it and then told other people, and that kind of went through the whole crowd while we were doing our thing. So that kind of kept them occupied for, I mean, some of the older people hours because they can't see, but the younger ones, they got through it pretty quick.
Yeah.
Have you seen that online? Because I posted it a couple times.
No, I haven't seen that one. You should post it again. I'll take a look at it.
Find it, but it's hilarious. Like I'm in there saying, oh, it was the day Obama won too. He won presidency. The vote was that day, so it was November 4th. So that is the day, right? November 4th.
Well, that's usually around election day because my birthday is November 5th, and my birthday is always around election day.
You know what? I was born the day before I was born. I'm an idiot. You were born the day before the day after my wedding. Yeah, you were. I was married on the 4th. You were born on the 5th. Why haven't we partied before on those days?
I don't know. Well, because I mean, it would be kind of odd when you're like, happy anniversary, honey, and Eric's here and we're all hanging out. So cancel the dinner plans.
I already made room in the bed for you guys.
Yeah, look at it. It fits 4. It's not going to get awkward at all. The other guy's going to ask you is, what do you think of these lotteries for people getting the vaccine? What is your kind of stance on that? Because I don't know if you saw there's that Ohio family. They won $1 million. And
I'm hoping for a 1.5 or whatever California's doing.
Yeah, but think of the amount of people you're combining. That's when you go to like, what's the state that has like the least amount of people, like Alaska, and you're like, I'll have 27 vaccinations, please. And like, but sir, you only need 1. I said I'll take 27, please, because you're just trying to. It's like there's only 100 people in the whole state. It's like I got a 33% chance of hitting this.
Yeah, no, I think you have good chances in the Midwest. I think Washington State, half of that state's pretty divided. And Oregon and Idaho and all those northwestern states like Montana and stuff, you go there, you'll probably win. But I don't think they're doing the lotteries. I think it's just a few of the states where they're really populated, right?
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. See, I know they weren't doing them everywhere, but they were doing them some places.
My wife was telling me about the one in California, and she says, what if we win? I'm like, did I enter? She goes,
Yeah,
you got the vaccination. I go, okay, cool.
And how, yeah, and I think it's weird that you can be voluntarily entered for something like that too. I mean, not that anyone's going to complain if they win the money, but it just seems weird to be voluntarily like entered for stuff.
I just want them to show up to my front door like the Publishers Clearinghouse winner back when I was a kid, because I never saw that shit happen and they just faked it for the TV. So I don't believe that shit's real.
Yeah, and that's
I
the other
kind of
thing.
held that in a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it is also weird that it's like our tax dollars.
Yeah, of course.
Like it's just that kind of is odd to me that it's like it's my tax dollars going to pay someone for getting a freaking shot.
Which, well, you're getting your tax return for the rest of your life is what you're doing.
Can
you imagine? They're like, okay, what's your
okay, it's funny. It's
never going to have to
California.
file taxes again because you're never going to get anything back.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's California though, so it's like congratulations, you won 1.5 million, and that'll be 1.2 million in taxes. And okay, here's your $300,000.
Oh, and by the way, property taxes are up, so pay that too, biatch. Stupid,
yeah, I found it odd that you have to do a lottery. And you see, here's the thing: if they would have done that early on, that would have been better. If they should have been doing that in January or December or whenever. Hey, here's this lottery. Open it up. Let people get their shots. And I think it would have gotten people to get the shot earlier. You do it now, and it's like anyone who wants to get the shot can go make it. It's like if you want to get the shot, you can get the shot. It's not like it's that hard to get it, right? So why do you need to offer the $1 million now?
Because nobody wants the people now that are out there don't want to get the shot. The people that aren't going aren't going to go. That's why the foot traffic's down.
But to be fair, they were also talking in a study that of the people that still haven't gotten the shot, a lot of those are children who, don't really need the shot. Others are people who have already had COVID, meaning they already have the immunity, so they don't need to get the shot. So like a lot of it is a little bit of people aren't getting the shot anymore. It's like great, because that means the people who have wanted the shot and need the shot have gotten it. Like this should be celebrated. Great. People aren't standing in line for 4 hours to get the shot anymore. That's good news.
Let me get this straight. You had COVID through all this garbage. You were in the hospital. You almost died, or you didn't. And you stayed at the house and you were just really sick and you lost your taste or smell or whatever the hell it was you had to lose. Now you don't have to get the vaccination because you had COVID.
You have the antibodies. Yes.
So you don't have a shot to win the $1.5 million after you're going to have all those medical.
Right. You know what? I like that. You're right. It should be, here's a lottery. They should
have don't Adam for the people that I want to win.
Well, they should have given the lottery to the people to get the shot back in like January to help encourage more people to get it faster. But they should have a lottery for the people who got COVID and survived as like hey, any of you who, if you got COVID and were hospitalized at any point, here's your chance to win some. That would
survivor's
be
guilt much. Like, oh, I won $1 million and everybody else that got COVID didn't. That would feel horrible.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind. No, I'd take it.
I would take it too. Yeah,
I'd pay off my house, most of it.
Yeah, most. As would we all. Hey, I'll tell you what I want to do. We haven't done some SMRT in a while, and I think I'm ready to do some SMRT.
I am too smart. I am too smart. SMRT. I mean SMART.
Thanks, Homer. Did I lose you?
Oh man, you cut out again there. But okay, but I heard the Homer Simpson saying SMRT, and so I know it's time for some SMRT. And I got two of them for you today. And only one of them's from Florida. So there you go. And I'm going to start off with the Florida one. Now, it has a sad headline, but it's still an SMRT.
You know what? I'll be the judge of that.
Okay. Florida boy, 10 years old, shot after dad agreed to take him on a paintball drive-by.
Okay. Was he shot by a paintball or is he dead?
Well, let's read the article here. It says
that's not sad.
The 10-year-old Miami boy was shot after his father took him on a fake drive-by shooting with a paintball gun, and a frightened homeowner returned fire with real bullets, according to authorities.
Yeah, that's a sad headline.
Oh, it is. Okay, Mike. Okay, so let's do some math here.
Was he that bad of a shot? He shot
because Michael Williams is 26 years old, but his son is 10 years old.
Wow.
So
wait,
let's do some math.
16?
He was 16 when he impregnated his girl. So Michael Williams, 26, gave in to his son's plea late on Sunday to take him on a paintball drive-by shooting, where police say the boy fired off the unlethal rounds into a crowd gathered in front of a home, the Miami Herald reported. But the homeowner, identified as Gregory Barnes, thought the gunfire was real and that he and his family were under attack, leading him to return fire with real rounds, striking the young boy. The youngster was not publicly identified, but then was, okay. This is where it goes from, it's already an SMRT story, right? So at this point, let's just establish where we're at so far.
Okay.
Father has a kid at 16 years old and then is now taking the kid to pretend drive-by shoot. I mean, that right there alone is an SMRT story.
Bad idea.
Then this boy shoots the paintballs at a crowd of people who go, and you can kind of understand this crowd's point of view, right? You just see someone rolling down their window during a drive-by and shooting at you. You don't know if it's real bullets or not, right? So you return fire and it hits the boy. Okay, so we're already an SMRT story. Here's where we kick it up a notch.
Oh, geez.
Hold on. I'm getting to, okay. So they had returned fire. Then the boy was run over by his father's van after being shot and then losing his balance and falling out of the car. Williams told the station that a group of neighborhood kids were running around and shooting paintballs at each other. Another child said the group ended up in front of the home where Williams' son was shot. This is a quote. I guess the man didn't see what type of gun it was, so he just shot him. The children told the newspaper.
Wow.
So the guy, and it's, to make it worse, so the guy that took his son out riding around for this fake drive-by, they were wearing ski masks and had hoodies on and shooting people with the paint guns.
I mean, they were just following COVID law, right? You have to have masks on, right?
Yeah, I mean, but it's like, so he was obviously charged with child neglect, bodily harm, reckless endangerment.
Is the kid dead?
No, so the kid is okay. They said that the bullet hit him in his shoulder and he would okay. And then when he got run over, it ran over his essentially his foot or his ankle, which did break some bones there. But the kid is going to be
again?
10 years old.
Wow, that guy should be that. Okay, so there's two things. Oh my God. Okay, that guy should be hit with a bat in the head for first.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Keep going.
For
Keep
real.
going. Finish the story. Sorry.
No. So okay. So basically, the story is basically this. So the guy, what I want to know is, if your 10-year-old has ambitions of drive-bys, you've already failed.
Oh yes.
You've already failed, because I don't know about you. Okay, I have a 10-year-old. She doesn't say, "Hey, Dad, let's go light fires and light that house on fire for fun," or "Hey, Dad, let's go chop the heads off of the neighbor's dogs," because that would make them a psychopath. If this kid's like, "Hey, Dad, I really want to pretend drive-bys like I'm a cool, gangster from the streets, and let's put on ski masks and hoodies and drive by and do drive-bys." If your 10-year-old has ambitions of that, you are already a horrible person.
Now, I think that his dad might have been confused at first. And now just listen to me, hear me out. Now, over the last few months and year-ish, COVID has been a thing. The term drive-by,
never heard it,
kind of turned cute, if I say a word that's probably not correct.
Like birthdays, like when people would have birthdays and drive by.
Well, I mean, we have drive. Yeah. You drive by. Everybody's like, "Hey, I'm going to go do a drive by with my kids." Now, being just trying to punch holes, or I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Devil's advocate. What if he thought that kind of drive by, and then when they got almost there, his son pulled out a ski mask and a paintball gun, and then just started shooting.
Okay, I'm willing to accept 10% of that. But here's the thing. If it wasn't like you went to, like, okay, let's say one of your kids' friends wanted to come by and screw with you guys, and they came to your house and they shot your house with paintballs in a drive-by. I can kind of buy that. Now, I still think that's inappropriate.
Oh, yeah, I'd beat the shit out of them. But
right. But I could at least say where it's like, ha, 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 we got you, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You don't drive by a stranger's house where they have people standing around the front and shoot them with paintballs. Like, that's just... I can't even conceptualize that being an option. Like, yeah, I mean, roll down the window right here, shoot him. Like, what did you think was going to happen? Because, by the way, even if someone didn't pull out a gun and shoot, you don't think someone's going to call the cops?
Oh yeah, and then you're going to get arrested because it's going to be intent to hurt people or some crap. I don't know the laws. You know,
I think it's funny that the dad can now go to jail for longer than the son has been alive.
That's awesome. He should actually. He should go to jail because
it might be the best thing for this kid's life if that dad is like not there for a while.
One, you did that. Two, you had him at 16.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I hadn't even had sex more than 400 times before.
I was already married with 4 children in 3 different states. Okay, so that wraps up that one. I got one more SMRT for you, and this is one I tweeted it out to you. I thought this one, like just the title alone, I tweeted out to you. I found our next SMRT segment because just the title alone sums up everything that an SMRT story is. Like, you know, sometimes the stories are good, but maybe the title's not there, or vice versa, or I'm trying to search for one. This one just stuck out like a sore thumb, and here it is. Yeah, and this should be a Florida thing, but it's not. It's Oregon,
which honestly is becoming the new Florida.
It kind of is. Yeah, actually, you're kind of right. It's the like Florida with hippies.
Yeah, and a lot of weed.
Yeah, communist hip. It's like communist Florida.
Yes.
Oregon man driving stolen car crashes into woman driving another stolen car.
Okay.
Which I love that headline. By the way, the woman's kind of hot. Like,
well, I mean, okay, that's the first thing I wanted to touch on. Actually, she reminds me of my friend Corey from back in the day from X1039. But beside that, if you look at the picture, which people can't do because this is an audio podcast, but anyway, fuck you, Google it. The girl looks like she's having a good old time.
She looks totally happy. The guy looks like he's about to get ass raped in prison,
which he probably will, and he's probably mad because he didn't get her phone number first.
Right. So it says a police chase in Oregon ended when a driver fleeing authorities, which, by the way, isn't that the very definition of a police chase? Like that whole sentence seems redundant. You could just say a police chase in Oregon ended.
That's that's our media.
Yeah. A police chase in Oregon ended when a driver fleeing authorities, it's like, yeah, okay, that's redundant, in a stolen car crashed into a woman driving another stolen car. The debacle took place Monday when police responded to a report of a stolen Toyota Land Cruiser. Oh, okay, not bad, not bad. No. Driving through downtown Newburgh, according to the Newburgh police. The pursuit the pursuit ensued and lasted for several blocks, which, by the way, that's not really a long pursuit. If you're going to do it, buddy, like gun it. Until the driver crashed into another car in an intersection. Cops identified the driver of the first car as Randy Lee Cooper. That sounds like a hick name.
Oh.
After taking Cooper into custody, the police realized that the second car was also reported stolen in an unrelated crime. The driver of that car, Kristen Nicole Begg, I'd like to make her beg, was also found to be under the influence. Cooper was charged with unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, attempting to elude police, assault, and reckless driving. So apparently it's assault if you get into a crash like that. They say that it counts as
because assault. you stole a weapon that can kill people, a car.
I guess so. But so my two thoughts on this was, I think it's the perfect headline for an SMRT segment. It sums up everything the SMRT is about. Second, the woman's kind of hot. Third, you're absolutely right. Oregon is kind of like the hippie commie Florida.
I think this is really funny, actually, because, again, he's probably screwed, like totally going to go to prison for, at least a couple years, get some, garbage done. So probably going to have to do some freeway cleanup. She's probably going to get like a slap on the wrist. And I mean, depending on her record,
she'll probably sue the city and say, because you were pursuing this man and he was driving recklessly because you were following him, it caused him to crash into me. And now I have neck pain and blah, blah, blah. She'll probably get like probation for the stolen car and then sue the city for like $1 million
and be rich. And she'll live next to the I'll catch you outside girl. And the guy that rolled down the roller skate or the skateboard with the cranberry juice, they're all living in the same hood.
They're all, yeah. And it fits. Yeah, it totally fits. So that is the perfect SMRT story. And I'm going to say that is all I had for this week.
Well, that's good. Did you want to touch on why you're having a horrible week?
No, because some of the people that helped make it a horrible week is a chance that they are listeners.
Oh, shut up. Really?
But let's just say that at my work, there is
tension.
There's tension. I think tension's a really good word. There's tension at work, which is causing me to have massive anxiety attacks, which I'm going to just, shove it down with brown. I'm going to shove it down with brown liquid.
No, I thought it was
fermented and then put into a bottle.
No, I thought it was make it flee with green.
No, I thought if it was yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down.
Or how about when you're sliding into first and you feel a sudden burst?
Well, that is diarrhea.
That it is. Oh, I want to do one plug before we go. My
Okay.
wife was on the L&K podcast that released today, which was whatever the hell day it is. It's out now. Go find it. It's called Women We Love. Damn,
Wow.
I forgot the name.
I was gonna say you also might want to put a little bit more emphasis on the love part when you're talking about your wife. I'm just gonna say that
This has to be the worst plug ever. Yeah, Women We Love with L&K. That's what it's called. I didn't know if it was the word love or Women We Adore.
Oh my gosh. Well, how
I
about
do
this?
both
You
of those
close
for
it
my
by
wife.
saying, yeah, you do both of those things for your lovely wife. You adore her and love her. And yeah, go give that a listen. And also, please be on the lookout for upcoming new season of Listen to This coming out in about 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, something like that.
Depending on how my schedule goes, maybe 4 weeks.
Yes. Depending on that, but it will be a new season, and folks really excited about this one because we got not only season 5 coming, we have season 6 already being made, meaning we're going to have back-to-back seasons for all of your Listen to This needs. And I put a lot of work into every season and every episode, so please give it a listen.
Yeah, do that. This is
Actually, go back and listen to some old episodes. They age well. They're timely. You could listen to them anytime.
They're really fun, actually. When I produce them, I laugh my ass off. Not at him, at the lyrics of the songs.
Yeah, some
just
of
to
them
be
are pretty
clear.
Good. Yeah.
But anyway,
all right.
Thisisfunner.com is the website to go to, and we'll catch you later.
Call Mr. Plow. That's my name. That name again is Mr. Plow.
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.